What are we going to get here, Mitch? What are we going to find?
I don't know. This one's going to be wild, though. I have a feeling, Mike. A lot on the line for both of these teams. And here we go. It's going to be a 4-man set for Party Astronauts heading in towards B tunnels. You can see Black Poison always thinking about pushing here. He might get a quick kill, but no, he's not. Robbie is going to take him down, but there's still another man on defense here. That's Dumpster. He pops too, looking for more. Hasn't been able to hit the other guys just yet, and eventually he will be put down, but it'll be a 3v2 situation. Is Ten's going to push without any help here? No, he's going to wait out for a second, wait for Stellar to get out of that position. He actually digs him through that box. But here comes the flank coming in. MOTM in a fight, but not going to work out. So it's Stellar left all alone, and he's going to get knifed from above. Tens. Oh, that was dirty. That's a whole bunch of extra cash as well. Tens. Wow. And that's going to be it around there for ATK. What a way to start it out.
And I mean, really, the way he started out was Tens just straight up walked up mid and shot Ben Leet at the top of long. He walked up mid all the way up that he could peek towards Ben Leet at the top of long, watching through those long doors. I mean, that's wild. Tens is done messing around. 2 quick kills early in this. He's looking to maintain that form. And we did see the last time we saw ATK on Dust 2, Tens did go Super Saiyan. This was against his old team, Riot Squad. He had a fantastic game against them to take away their map pick. So we might be seeing some of the same. This isn't necessarily a super strong map for Party Astronauts. I mean, it's a map that they play and they're very familiar with. Of course, every Counter-Strike player should be familiar with Dust 2, but they haven't had the best of results on it. So they're gonna need to rally. They're gonna need to find some hidden reserve of skill and tactics to take this one through, and it's gonna be tough sledding for them all the way down.
Absolutely. So ATK gonna get a full buy in the situation. They do get that ump on Fady, but everybody else has a rifle. On the flip side, it's actually a good buy here for Party Astronauts since they got that bomb down. Ben Leeds has one guy spotted out. He hits up Tens. Tens does respond, and Ben Leeds takes a little bit more damage, but they're pretty much even. Meanwhile, looks like it's going to be a play on towards B. There's Dumpsters all the way back in towards site. He can just play whack-a-mole if he really wants, but he has a nice support player to come in and help out, but Black Poison only takes one, and they're going to continue to march towards Dumpsters, but quick reaction. That's a beautiful double coming out of him. Runs out of bullets, but here comes the cavalry. 10 shows up, but Robbie able to get that kill. It's going to be JT coming in, and Dumpster just beautiful play in towards that back site. Those 2 kills were dirty, Mike.
It's really interesting to me that they chose to prioritize the molly towards the window as opposed to the player that they know is in the back of sight. They drop a molly there, then Domster's dead. I mean, he's got to swing out of that position. It's just so tough to do. Maybe he gets one, but they immediately fell him. Instead, they choose to drop the molly to slow the players coming from mid and take the fight with Domster at the back, but then he can just continue to play the whack-a-mole, as you were saying, and just continue to frack. So really nicely played from Domster, but maybe a questionable decision from Party Astronauts. Gonna decapitate Tens at the top, and MOTM gets the second. How does he do that? That was filthy from MOTM to open up into this. Now a double man advantage and a couple rifles retrieved. Ian won't be able to get back through the doors, but it's okay. He delivered a rifle to his comrades. And Pone alone and Stellar can now make this work some magic. It's just Pone alone. He's hemmed in, so this was looking disastrous for ATK, but they bring it back a little bit.
So Pone alone in towards lower, and they're actually going to double peek him there. Nice setup there by ATK, and they're going to start off well. It's 3-0, but Ian's, excuse me, my voice just cracked. I'm too old for that to be happening, but my producer's giving me shit in my ears right now. But yeah, no, that was 2 beautiful shots in towards mid. Those were great openings. That's exactly what Party Astronauts needed, but they just can't end up winning that round. So it will be 3-0, but the buy will come out. Paulo gonna be on that op. You'll love to see it in his hands here on a map like Dust 2.
That's wild.
Go delete that part of the VOD, by the way, please, and thank you.
Any audio? No. All right, here we go. We're back. All right, audio fixed. Everything sorted. It's going to be Tens peeking out. He gets the initial pick. I heard it not really from our producer, so I don't know what that means, folks, but you're going to have to suffer through it because we're going to be talking here. Stellar gets naded down, and there's a second follow-up made as well, so the damage is really starting to hurt for Party Astronauts as they try and get back into this. ATK, strong start on Dust 2, and they don't look like they want to slow down anytime soon. Fady getting close up on towards Connector, or out towards Catwalk, rather. I'm thinking of the wrong map at this point. We're all the way back to 2 maps ago. He's going to be trying for it. He's looking for the heads to pop up on towards the Xbox, and he's got a lot of control here. They're going to move through a mid. But there's a player perched up on the scaffolding of Black Poison. They don't even check his position. That's 2, 3 easy frags for Black Poison to just send their plans helter-skeltering all the way down the drain. Stellar last alive. Nothing really to do. 35 seconds. Looks like he might just want to save this. And he does have armor, a gun, and a little bit of utility as well. But he's completely washed out of this round in 25 seconds. He's just going to go ahead and sit on what he's got and stay alive.
Yeah, nice round there by Black Poison. And even if he didn't get all of those kills, maybe he just got 1 or 2 in that situation. Fady was quickly coming from behind there from mid. And you can see Stellar might be in a little bit of trouble in this situation. JT on the way, and that's going to be a nice quick flick there. Nice reaction. And that's going to be 4-0 here for ATK, starting off well. Domster on 7 kills. He had a really, really good round over towards that B site. Quick reactions. And ATK, they're looking good here, Mike, on Dust 2. Party Astronauts, they're going to be sent to pistols in the situation. And they got to start fragging soon. Otherwise, ATK might start to steamroll here.
So yeah, I mean, it's 5 alive as well, so this money is getting ridiculous. You got a lot of bank built up. Tens and Black Poison have the double ops. It's going to be JT with an opening pick once more. He is felled by the CZ, though, and that's a difficult trade. The good thing, though, is that JT is here, and he can continue to frag, apparently with no fear, picking up 4 in total on the round. It was actually Fady who died, not JT. So just going to be MOTM left. He's got to try and pop some heads with the Deagle, and 10 says no. Nice 4K in the round for JT, and once again, relatively unscathed round for ATK. So they can continue to swell this bank. They're so comfortable sitting here. Fady's going to be able to buy up, no problem. The double op survives, and this is where Party Astronauts have to start making their mark. They've got the op for Ponalone. They've got all the utility in the world. There are no excuses here. They've got to frag.
They really need to have Ponalone to start going off with that op. That's really going to be a game changer, having that op doing work here on Dust 2. So hopefully he can step up here, make this one competitive. There we go. I asked for it. Tens is going to go down. The double op is no longer unless they go ahead and try to pick that up, but that's going to be risky. They do get it, but he might die as a result. Black Poison going to pop a shot over towards Cat. That's a chunky nade. MOTM and Ben Leach just redline right there. And nice job with that utility. Fady gets aggressive over towards Long, earns the kill. He'll fall back as well. So Party Astronauts, I think, are going to try to force their hand over towards Cat, but here comes JT. Spots out one, falls back. Beautiful work coming out from ATK right now.
They're just playing them like a fiddle. I mean, JT was the only player in towards site. They could have pressured it. Long presence means that they don't really have an escape route. Fady, fortunately for the Party Astronaut side, gets felled easily in towards site. But Domster's here, and Domster has been firing on all cylinders all day. MOTM hopping down, gets caught by Domster as well, who's got the long-range support, and that's just going to leave it for Robbie. And it's looking like another round where Party Astronauts just find themselves with nothing to work with. At the very least, Robbie has the bomb. If he gets a very quick shot out towards JT, maybe he has it, but JT is watching for exactly this play. He is just waiting for it. And as they say that, he does fall off the angle. There's a possibility here. He might be able to get forward, but that flash is going to let them know exactly where he's coming from, and he's actually blinded himself in the process. So a second flash out. Didn't quite have the check for it. Now JT's going to be watching a second player coming in from CT. They'll swing at the same time. Damage done, and JT finishes it off with a USP. 2 quick frags. The double op survives as well. 3 players up means that bank just keeps swelling, and Party Astronauts, they can't find anything to work with here on Dust 2.
Yep, and we're going to get a timeout here. You look at the money outside of Party Astronauts, it's like borderline buy territory. You can see Robbie's over that 4K mark. A couple guys in that area. MOTM right there, $50 short. Ben Leeds, $50 short. So they're considering buying here, I'm guessing, but it looks like they're going to go the safe route. What I think is a standard Ben Leeds call until I saw that force buy late in the map there on Vertigo. So they're just going to go 2 CZs, a Tech 9, and we've actually seen Stellar use the Tech 9 a whole bunch, which I like to see. You don't see it used very often. And then we're going to have a Deagle there on MOTM. Ponalone's going to add one as well, but he will have that extra cash, so we can likely buy that off in the next round. But double op setup here for ATK. They're cruising right now, but one thing you remember is that ATK was down 7 rounds before, and they were able to bring it back. So Party Astronauts, they're certainly capable of making that happen too.
It's possible. The problem is it hasn't historically been a great map for them, right? They're not fantastic at Dust 2. So there's already those doubts coming into this as the third round decider where you're like, I'd really rather not get to that. And then all of a sudden you wind up with a heartbreaking loss on Vertigo, and now you're just in tough ropes. Black Poison finds 1. He's sticking around at the mid doors as well. He's looking for more. And there's going to be the lineup. Gets one and a tag onto the second. So Black Poison just feasting, playing carnival games here in mid and finding frag after frag after frag. He'll be brought low, so maybe he'll finally stop peeking that angle. There's a player out on towards B who just might have been able to get a kill, but just can't quite find that last shot. Still, it does fall 7-0 for ATK. We'll see if it's the mirror you were talking about. If it is, Party Astronauts, they got to get started right now.
Absolutely. And I think the big change here and why we're seeing ATK play so well is that everybody is showing up right now. They're not depending on tens here. He's the second bottom fragger right now. I mean, he's positive and he has 6 assists, but nonetheless, JT's showing up. Domsters look fantastic. Black Poison just showed that he's on right now. So ATK full control at this point, but Party Astronauts, they really got to start showing up. Otherwise, this one might run away from them. And this is too big of a matchup and too much on the line for them to go out basically where the scoreline looks like it's leading. So we've seen Fady get aggressive over towards long, and they're going to get him in there again.
This time, he might just find the timing. Ben Leet, nearly blinded up, responds in time, finds the frag. There are 2 players at the top. They can't take any more control towards the top of long, and so this is finally a man advantage available for Party Astronauts. So maybe a chance to get into this game. Black Poison still holding towards mid with this op, and they've also got tens up in the 1 and hop off spot. Molly's going to come through to force him off, but he is going to go ahead and fall. Molly's down to block it. Will slow any potential cap play, but they're content to bunch up in towards mid and wait for this. Black Poison finally rewarded. He was patient. Now he finds one. Nearly finds a second, but unscopes at an unfortunate moment. Domster, though, has done what he could not.
Yeah, Flash going to come over. That means there's going to be a peek coming out of the doors there, and Black Poison's able to earn himself one. The support player is going to come in, and Domster is having a map. He's going to earn them the 8-0, and it seems like ATK has Party Astronauts' number right now. I mean, that push by Domster in towards B tunnels, clearly not expected there by MOTM. Caught off guard. That's a free kill. He gets back, and then he gets some more kills in sight. And Party Astronauts, you look at their money right now, all they can scrounge is 2 scouts, 2 deeks, a CZ, and a little bit of armor. So they are struggling, Mike.
I gotta say, Domster might be my vote for most improved player of the season. He started the season, he wasn't, I mean, he was a new addition to the roster. He was still getting comfortable. He wasn't that great, to be quite frank. He was fine. He was solid. But he's excellent right now. He is having himself a playoffs to remember. He is really fragging out for his squad. And you can see in this round, just Robbie and MOTM make that just Robbie, who's found some kills with the scout but needs more. This was a rough round for them. Not much to work with, and eating a nade will not make it easier. Robbie trying to find this duel, raining out shots, but not connecting with them, and continuing to get naded down to oblivion. There's no flank on from the man I was talking about, Domster. And he does get tagged through the panel, so Domster not so happy, but Robbie on 2 HP is just running around, trying to survive, being hemmed in from all sides. Bullets coming for him in just a moment in the first tap. The first stiff breeze will knock him over. It'll be JT to deliver it. But as I was saying, Domster, very solid performer throughout playoffs for them now. Right now, he's tied with JT to pace the server at 13. And it's just been the story all throughout the series they've been playing. And that has really been a fantastic growth to see from him as a player.
Yeah, I'm totally with you, Mike. He's looked really, really good. And he's really showing up when they need him as well. Just looking at the scoreline right now, or at least the leaderboard. JT 13-0. He's 13-0, Mike. Domster 13-2. It's just wild stats to have here in such an important matchup. MOTM, there we go. Able to get that opening kill on towards Black Poison, but they're going to run into JT in towards that B site. He's going to get that initial kill, throw that nade, but he will be... actually, it's going to be Domster that goes down, but JT's still in the area. They should know that. And they're going to go ahead, get one from above, and that's an easy kill there for MOTM. So he's got a double kill on the round, and this is the best round we've seen so far from them.
Ken's just going through the smoke to try and catch a shot onto the planter. Has no real orientation, so he's just going on gut. He will somehow find a frag from that position, but he's burning alive, loses most of his health for it. That didn't even look like he was on target, but he still somehow gets it. But now he's got to do it all himself. 2 more targets to find. He gets the first, but Robbie peeks up at the right moment to prevent it from disaster. It will be a round and an op save, but only 1 player surviving now that Party Astronauts have finally gotten around is going to make this so difficult once again. Their bank is going to be depleted, and Tens has done his work.
Oh my god, and that's a situation. You know it's Tens, the last guy standing. He's already had a Yeah, a really nice kill there when he got in towards the site and then fell back. And you just assume in some situation he's going to win those. He does come up short. We're going to get into the action here in towards the 11th round. A whole bunch of damage dealt to the party astronauts already. Robbie able to respond. I don't think you recognize that second player there just yet. Tens is able to grab a kill, looking for more. And nice timing on that smoke from Robbie. But all these kills are going in the favor of ATK. But finally a response. And a nice response there as well. Polon and Robbie clear out that A defense. And it's now going to be 2v2. But Polon is down to 22 HP. Look at Domster's position, though.
He falls off of it. This would have actually been vital if he had pushed up and hemmed them in. You see that Polon was looking for exactly this play, though. So it might have been a bit of a mystery. It might have not worked out for him. So the conservative play, much more safe. Much easier to contend with. He can keep them off of Catwalk, make sure they're not going to come that way. And Black Poison, meanwhile, can play the pixel angle out towards long. So there's no real risk here. Pwnalone's trying to clear down towards mid, but of course the player's tucked in towards the lower tunnel, so that shouldn't be an issue. They could completely change up the engagement and head towards B if they really wanted to, but 45 seconds now, the decision's going to start to be made for them. They're sticking around, they're starting to advance out towards long, and the question just comes down to whether Black Poison is going to hit this first shot.
Yeah, Party Astronauts really taking their time, being really tentative here. And they're going to start to push up towards long A. Polon going to be the man clearing it out. And Black Poison should have the jump on him unless there's a wide peek that comes in. And they try to bait it out. Not going to work. Black Poison gets the kill, but the bomb does get across. So they can't do anything about that bomb plant. But now 2v1 situation. Robbie, last man standing. Good timing on that molly. Will the CT push through? And looks like he's going to have to wait that one out. But there comes the nade, and Robbie goes down. They don't even have to fire a bullet for the retake. ATK, fast response after losing a round. They're going to earn double digits already through 11, and they are on fire right now.
That's very nicely done for ATK. Brilliant utility usage just to win, as you said, without firing a shot to win that retake. So very nicely done. Robbie just unlucky for him. He chose the wrong spot to hide, and the nade finds him. So in that game of dodgeball, he loses. Now double digits for ATK. CT side, they are battering the Party Astronauts. It's just some ridiculous scorelines starting to stack up here. So PA, this feels hopeless. It's been such a long road. It's been such a battle through the maps. They looked amazing on Overpass. They looked solid on Vertigo, then let it slip, and now it's all come to this. And this is just looking like a good old-fashioned beatdown from the ATK side. Party Astronauts, they need to find some sort of a rallying cry to get back into this game.
Absolutely. And Fady was actually pushed up there in a really strong position over towards long. He had smoked out double doors, gotten in towards long tunnels. And that's a really strong position because usually if there's a T coming through, you're going to see the shadow first. So you're always going to have the jump on them. But he ends up giving it up, and he's going to go over towards Pit. But look at this setup over towards Cat. You can see Tench watching the cross with the op. He has a teammate there set up with a smoke and likely might peek out here. But they're going to jump bait him. And Tench doesn't hit the shot, but no damage dealt. They're fine with that. They're just going to have to fall back, reposition. And now Tench is going to go over towards Carr, but actually readjust. And look at all these players coming around this corner. We're about to see some fireworks. JT goes through, grabs one, but he will be dead meat. We're evened up 4v4, and they're going to start to charge in towards site, Mike.
Yo, I'm still watching here, though. Tens hasn't quite spotted one. The molly obscuring his vision. In the meantime, Fady gets a nice haircut over next to him. This is working out very nicely in the take for Party Astronauts. 10 still has to be dealt with for sure, but Black Poison dropping makes this a lot easier. It's just going to be Domster alive. He's in a 1v3. He's edging forward like he wants to go for this, but at this point, it might just be a poor decision. The money is not what it once was for ATK. Saving this rifle will give him a lot to work with, but he's going to contend, and Robbie is going to say, this time I've got support. No nading me down to take that post plant. We're going to have it. A second round for Party Astronauts. They double their round total here late in the game. But if they were ever going to get started, this was when they absolutely needed to. And now they've got an eco to run up against, so they should have a chance to add more rounds.
Yeah, ATK, first time they've been in this situation. They're not used to this on Dust 2. So they're going to get 2 nades, flashes, and upgraded pistols. 2 sets of armor. 1 on 10s, 1 on Domster. And there's a heavy presence by ATK over towards long. They have 2 guys pushed up. You can see 1 guy on the other side of the door, but it looks like Black Poison just jumping for some sort of info. I don't think he's spotted anybody out just yet, though. And then over towards the B site, you can see JT and Domster right outside of that B tunnel entrance in towards B. So that's a strong position. but it looks like it's going to be hit over towards the A side. You can see Black Poison all alone right now.
Black Poison, first contact, he finds one, a shot onto the second as well. Robbie now limping along. It's going to be a big frag to find and just a little bit of extra on top of it. So well done for Black Poison. It's a tricky angle and they're just not quite ready for it. They'll sneak a player in towards pit, or at least just the top along. It's going to be Pone Alone, who now makes the hop in. So he might just be able to find some more frags. As soon as he pops up, there it is. Pone Alone making it happen. Looking for more. JT and mid's got to be careful. He is pushing through the Molotov. It's a bold play. He actually gets up before the flames bloom. Barely takes any damage, and now he's going to have that fast flank on Catwalk. This is risky, but losing 10s on the site means that he's just not going to be here in time. Stella can start watching this play. And, okay, JT, great shot. Answered back. It should be okay. But he's at the very least making this expensive, and Domster might do the same. Can't quite find that last shot with the very low health Robbie, so Robbie gets 2 kills on towards Catwalk to make this happen. It is a third round for Party Astronauts. They would very much like the full 5. They don't really want to give anything back to ATK. Considering there's going to be scouts on top of the rifles in this one, they just may have the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And Robbie is really carrying the load right now, doing a really good job of bringing these guys back into it. Still 10-3, but that would be a nice comeback going into that second half if they're able to grab these last 2. Pone Alone going to grab a kill on towards JT, who was going to wide peek there, but a flash came in. He was dead to rights. Pone Alone does not miss those shots. So, early advantage here for Party Astronauts. CT's going to have him make some sort of adjustment. They're going to leave Domster in towards the B site by himself and rotate a man over towards that A side. So, more presence here from the CTs over towards A. And right now, Party Astronauts just trying to get a little bit of map control here. Oh, 10s, don't do him like that.
And a second, here's the tag. He's looking for more. Ben Leet wisely going to fall off the angle. No sense pressing the issue long range against the scout. So 10s still on the server. Definitely still a threat as well. And another tag as well. 10s doing so much damage here, softening these players up for the inevitable engagement. They are going to come through the doors just now, but it's a nice crossfire between 10s and Domster. And Domster is going to find the first. He's looking for more. Well, TM has to try and fight this low HP player. Is claimed. That scout from 10s is paying dividends right now for ATK.
Yeah, really lightened him up on the C side. MOTM trying to catch him on the cross. He's able to get 110s, does live through it. And he's going to go in towards the B site, and he's going to catch Ben Leets on the cross. He is going off with the scout right now. He will be led to his death, trying to get info in towards that B site. 25 seconds left on the clock. Domster and Black Poison left here on the CT side. Door is currently smoked off. I feel like they got to get this bomb down before that smoke fades. So MOTM going to go ahead, stick that in the safe position. Domster going to peek out. That's one down. MOTM got to swing wide. He gets one, but Black Poison from behind able to take him down. Nice attempt there, but that's going to be a round for ATK, and I feel like that's all off the bag of 10s right there.
He was magnificent with the scout. He was magnificent. It was a 5v4 for Party Astronauts going to give it up. And you just can't be losing those kinds of rounds. So that's a way back in. I mean, it was already a solid half for ATK, already a dominant half even, but now it just gets even worse for the PA side. They'll have money to get back into it. They'll have the op for Pone Alone once more. If he can get them an opening frag, it may just be the do-over. They've got to get this 14th. They've got to get that confidence flowing as they move into their own CT half. Otherwise, the South African side may just suffocate them and take it through.
Oh, fast mid play here.
Lots of S.
Ben Leet peeks out, takes some damage, but he's able to get up close towards that smoke. They do have a flash if they want to use it. They're going to go ahead spray where the player was before, but Domster made an adjustment. That's a double for him, and he's going to catch the guy in towards the window. One coming from behind. That's Pone Alone shooting wildly with the pistol, and he actually gets that molly out right when Black Poison peeks out. But there we go. Pone Alone grabs one. He knows one's in this area. He gets him through the box, but too many people coming at him. And it's going to be a 12-3 half. ATK just cruise through that. Party Astronauts have a long way to go here.
I think Domster's my vote for MVP of this series right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike.
Nuts.
He's looked awesome. And I'm so used to calling out 10s. Here on ATK, and he's the new addition. So I want to have reason to talk about the other guys because they're the original members of this team, and it's nice to be able to see Domster go off like this because he's not that guy you think of when he's like a top fragger, but he has looked very good. You're absolutely right, Mike.
He's been a critical component of their last few maps, and he's doing it again. So 12-3, such a strong half from ATK. And now if they get this pistol, it will just take a little bit of a nudge to get them over the line, to have the game, to have the tournament. to, well, not the tournament, to have that third place, to be in the tournament, to have entry into the relegation tourney. Both of these teams are going to land, folks, just as a reminder. They've already both got the spots by virtue of being third and fourth. But the third place gets to compete for EPL. And the fourth place, well, they're still going to the Global Challenge. But they don't have that grand opportunity to try and make Pro League.
Yep, here comes two guys pushing up towards long quickly here. They've been spotted out, or at least one of them has. Oh, good timing on that flash. They got to convert on these kills. They're able to grab one. The other one lives through it, though. But the real play is on towards B. MOTM is a little bit too late. He cheated towards mid, and this likely will not work out. It's going to be tough to retake here on towards B, but Stellar able to grab one. Tens gets aggressive there. That's a wild play. But the bomb will be planted. Tens is lit up. Domster is lit up, and Tens is going to be right up close to this door. Stellar, I think he's going to give up his life here, but no, he's able to fend him off, and it's going to be Black Poison and Domster left. Black Poison grabs one, and there's just too many people. They run him over, and Domster will eventually go down. So, Party Astronauts, they make it work, but that made me nervous there for a minute.
Massive sigh of relief, your Party Astronauts. Everything hinged on that pistol. Now they've got themselves just a tiny bit of space. They can start to try the run back. But with the plant, ATK's got a lot of money. They could go ahead into the force if they want to. It seems like it's just going to be some pistol armor, maybe, and then contend for round number 3 of the half. Though 10 picks up a scout. We saw how deadly he was with that. Black Poison does as well. So a fair amount invested here, just no armor. So it's all going to be the range engagement. Eagles and scouts apparently going to be the name of the game. We'll see what they can find with it. It looks like it's going to be a heavy presence on towards the catwalk. They're trying to pop some heads on towards ramp. That may not be a bad read. Bonalone's already tagged. He's got to be careful. He's now very vulnerable to the scout. First kill picked up, but Fady gets the headshot angle onto MOTM. And Bonalone has to hang on. Has to put new bullets in the gun. He's doing his job so far, but Tens is continuing to frag. Even numbers. This turns into chaos. But it's now just Black Poison, who still does have the scout and 2 softened up targets. He's going to have to really land his shots to be able to take this through.
And one shot with those scouts is going to take both of those players down. It usually does around 70 damage. That one's on 63, one's on 62. So if he hits his shot, he can win this. He's about to get in a 1v1 over towards long. Ponalone is ready for this, and he will eventually get that kill. Black Poison seems to have missed that shot. And that's going to be around for Party Astronauts. Nice job running a few in a row here, but here comes the buy on the side of ATK. Let's see what they get. They're going to have to drain their money here to buy up. So we got 3 Kriegs, 2 AKs, about half of the utility that they could buy if they had more money. And it's going to be JT taking damage early as they cross. Wait, how did he take that damage? What was that? Through mid? I mean, it had to be through mid.
Yeah, I guess so. Where is JT playing on? Yep, definitely the spam through mid. Not quite sure. But these last couple rounds, shaving years off my life. Just the anxiety here. They seem so close. So this is going to be dangerous. I decide it's going to be such a game of this. ATK, all it takes is one big round. You crush that economy from Party Astronauts. All of a sudden, you got the red carpet rolled out for you for that path to 3rd place.
All right, so we got a couple guys going up towards Cat. Molly should hold them off for the moment. They're going to have to wait that one out. But you can see 4 players coming up, Cat. And it's going to be Domster coming up towards long. Ben Leitz and Domster are about to go at it. So that Molly has faded. I think the hit will begin. They only have a little bit of utility left here. The flash is going to be sent. They're going to drop down. 2 guys pushing over towards the long area. JT going to come in and clean up over towards Goose. But Robbie able to grab 2. He's been big tonight. But it will be a 3v3.
Really nicely done for Robbie. That was big. A couple of kills to pick up to make this retake possible. It's still going to be tough for sure. It seems like the CTs want to work their way up on towards the catwalk to try and make this possible. There's still a player all the way into pit, so they've got so much work cut out for them, so much ahead of them. JT low. Going to be able to stay alive for a moment. Looks like it was team damage from Black Poison that took him down. I think maybe a knife as they were coming out of spawn. So that's a little unfortunate, but may not be enough to win the round for Party Astronauts. They're inching forward on towards the ramp, but from the long spot, Domster has it. Now MOTM is just going to have to save. So that backstab is not the end of the day for them. MOTM staying alive at least a little bit, so they have something to contend with, but this was the backbreaker of the round. The eco is gone for Party Astronauts. They've just got the 1 rifle to play around. ATK on 13, likely going to be 14 after this one. And that would make such a lead for the South African side. Just can't really imagine much of a scenario for them to get back into it.
Yeah, that's brutal right there. They're going to force up on the side of Party Astronauts. They're going to get 2 umps. They have that M4, have an MP9, and a Deagle. They're going to send 3 guys over towards A, and they already have a man that's gone down, and that is a big problem. Stellar going to try to make up for it, and he does, and he can pick up an AK in this situation, but Ben Leeds is going to get caught out. I don't think Stellar's going to be able to help out just yet, and he will go down. Smokes will cover that cross. And Domster going to be the first man going in, and he's got, he actually has his teammate run out right in front of him. It's not going to be 4v3. Ponalone trying to jump up with that ump. It's not going to work out. So Bomb has gone down now, 4v3.
I don't think they can justify fighting for this, especially now that they've lost Ponalone. That AK from Stellar is more valuable than anything they can hope to achieve here. They're not going to be able to get the kills in the round, so Robbie's going to be saving. Stellar's going to be saving as well. They'll have an MP9 and an AK to work with in the next. The money's still going to be absolute trash. And so ATK, they're going to have round number 14, and they're going to have an easy pass to mount point as well. The question is just, how much do they want to invest? Do they want to force? Do they want to try and eco and battle back for 10 rounds to overtime? ATK, they're keeping the gas on. They're going full throttle. And now they are so very close to their prize, their objective. And if you'll recall back to the original South African team that came over, it was Bravado at the time. It was Project Destiny, right? That's what they were called. Project Destiny. That was the whole idea. That they were going to come to North America. They were going to make Pro League. The initial plan was within a year. They didn't make it within that year, and then the money started to fall apart. They ran out of cashola, wound up with denial for a time, now on to this ATK, but their destiny may have just been delayed. They are now a couple of rounds away from one step closer to realizing that destiny, from making Pro League, from announcing South African CS on the world stage.
And Sonic is actually in chat right now. I saw him rooting on his teammates, so that's really cool to see. And it's going to be a trade there in towards B tunnels. That earns Robbie an AK, but there's going to be pushed in towards mid. There's likely going to be a 3v1 as Robbie tries to get back in towards site. Ponalone going to get lit up, and JT's push through window earns them that B site. So the bomb will be planted, and Party Astronauts have a decision to make here, and I think it's already been made. You see MOTM's already smoked out here, and this has got to be a save, right, Mike?
It has to be. I mean, glass cannon AK and another AK, there's no way you're getting through. There's no utility. The B set is a tough nut to crack, even in the best of circumstances. Rifle with a full util kit, it's still a challenge. This time, it's hopeless. So that is going to be map point for ATK. They are now 1 round away from 3rd place, from making it to the EPL relegation tournament, to try and qualify, to try and get into the Pro League. It's just so close. It is so close. They can taste it. They've got 10 rounds to make it happen. And the best part is they haven't just been relying on 10s either. They've been making it happen themselves. Nice shish kebab for MOTM. Gets 2 big frags, and he will be able to save through his gun. He needs to not peek the corner here. He wants the Krieg. Oh, he stays alive just at the last possible second. Fady can't approach the corner early enough. But I think that is poetry, because Tens is, of course, a stand-in for them, and a couple of their performances in playoff have really come down to him performing. This time, it's not. It's Black Poison, it's JT, it's Domster, it's Fady. Tens as well, a contributing factor on the team, but not the be-all and end-all. They are doing it themselves. They're making it happen. They are taking their destiny in their own hands. And now they're going to be going with a straight-up B rush. What better way to get it on? Robbie has found one, but he's dropped, and that's a pair of big frags for the ATK side. Now they're pumping utility out to secure this plant. They've got the man advantage. They've got the B-bomb site, and it has all come down to this. The Party Astronauts, they got 3 alive, and they've got to go through these choke points. Chances are slim. There is still a chance. Ben Lee gonna lead the charge. He gets 1. Damage onto the second. MOTM picking up the frag. It all falls to Stellar, who's got 3 to find. He can't dig out the first, though. He's dancing around with him. The Molly's gonna make it happen. And ladies and gentlemen,